Hey, what's up everybody? Redline here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green version. In the last episode, we explored Lavender Town, took on our rival, and then made our way to Celadon City and picked up a new team member. I lied a little bit, because I wanted to start this episode off right where I left off on the last one, so I didn't make any changes to my team, didn't give them nicknames, didn't even evolve Eevee. So, we'll be getting to that much later in this episode. Let's see if we... actually, the first thing we have to do is check out the Pokemon Center, because we actually never did that. Come talk to you. The Pokeflute awakens sleeping Pokemon. You know that. It does so with a sound that only they can hear. I love it when NPCs foreshadow. I rode here from Fuchsia. It's an uphill ride on a cycling road, so I'm exhausted. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's really annoying to go through the cycling road, which is another thing that's coming up, but it's really annoying to go that in a certain direction. Keep out of Team Rocket's way. I'm not in your way. It's a sidewalk. This is my trusted pal, Poliwrath. It evolved from a Poliwhirl when I used a Water Stone. Poliwrath, Ribbit. I've never, really understood how Poliwrath was supposed to be a frog, in all honesty. It's just like a swirly blue shape with fists. A nice old lady in the mansion gave me some tea, but it was boiling hot. Gotta cool it to drink it. We checked that out. Walk slowly. Beep, 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 beep. Clefairy. And kia kia woo. Oh, I love making Pokemon noises. It's so much fun. Meow. Meow just says meow. You shouldn't spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead. Obtain the tea. This was one obviously I didn't learn about this until much later because this game came out when I was in 3rd grade. But that item right there, that key item, kind of sparked some controversy because that's the key item that will allow us to get past the guards inside of all 4 gates going to Saffron City from each of the 4 directions surrounding it. There's no one up here. Is this apartment building abandoned? Or maybe everyone's just outside. I guess that would make sense. Then why would they leave their door open? Doors open. They don't have doors. What kind of apartment building doesn't have doors? Here's the Game Freak development room. They always have this in here. I wrote the story. Isn't Erica cute? I like Misty a lot too. Oh, and Sabrina, I like her. Yes, the room where the 4th wall doesn't just get broken, it gets shattered to pieces. These are the personifications of all the creators of the game. Is that right? I'm the game designer. Filling up your Pokédex is tough, but don't quit. When you finish, come tell me. Yeah, if you go to him when you have a completely filled up Pokédex, which is pretty difficult in these games because just you can't get access to Johto Pokemon because there's no transferring and things like that, you will get a certificate, and that's it. Come up to the roof. And there's nothing here. Oh, because I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of another roof. We'll get to that one eventually too. I'll meet you back downstairs. Don't want to make you step through all these stairs again. Okay, back outside. Yeah, it was the roof of this building that I was thinking of. The Celadon department store. Let's see, let's talk to the clerk. Hello, welcome to the Celadon department store. It describes the layout, so we'll take a look at that. There's a service counter, the trainer's market, the TV game shop, the wise man gifts, and the drugstore. And then there's vending machines. Those vending machines are what were the cause of the controversy I mentioned, because in the Gen 1 original Pokemon games, to get past those gates, all you had to do was buy a drink from the vending machines. Right here we have a lot of useful TMs. You know, thinking about it, I probably should have taught Dig to my Pikachu, because I can buy Dig right here. We also have another Brick Break TM, Attract, Secret Power, stuff we've already got. Hyper Beam, which is a very powerful move, but it makes you rest for a turn to recharge, and Roar, which switches out. You know what? I will buy this Dig TM. Just to teach it to my Pikachu. Give it another option against fire types and things like that, because I don't have anything for that, and I won't have that for a little while. Might as well take care of that now, though. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? No, Pikachu. We'll give it to Pikachu. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, we'll delete a move for Dig. Or will we? No, actually, I like Pikachu's moves the way it is. I'll teach it to Eevee instead. Did not learn Dig, but Eevee will. Eevee comes at level 25 for the way, by the way, which is really cool. Helping Hand is probably the least useful because there is a whopping total of like 3 double battles in the whole game, and Helping Hand is useless outside of those, so I'll get rid of that. And now I have something for fire type moves. And, yeah, I'm always worried about like when you get gift Pokemon that they're at such a low level, and then this is just your standard clerk. I don't believe he has anything special compared to the one in Lavender Town, despite this being a department store, and Lavender Town is a small town on the like outskirts of the region. See, she's talking about revives. Nothing else for us on this floor. Let's see, this is the TV game corner, whatever they talked about. This is talking about stuff for Pokemon. Oh hi, I finally finished Pokemon. Counter, not like the one I'm leaning on. Counter is a move that if you are hit with a physical attack, you will, if you survive, you will deal back twice the damage that you took. But, there's nothing really I have to say, like, no use for that. It's really hard to make use of that in single player because it's hard to predict your Pokemon, or your opponent's moves if you don't know them. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. See. But the next floor, there is something that I do want to buy on this floor, I believe. I'm getting a present for my girlfriend. I guess Pokédoll will be it. That's the popular thing. Maybe you should just ask her what she wants. That's usually easier. I hate buying gifts for people. I will usually just ask them what they want. Like when I bought my girlfriend her Christmas gift, I literally asked her what she wanted, and then I bought it, and then she said she was thinking about buying it, and I very obviously mentioned that she doesn't have to buy it. I'm very bad at gifts. So we're gonna buy a Firestone and a Thunderstone. I'm sure you know why. Yeah, that'll be good. Because we have not one but 2 evolutions for us in this episode. Scroll down to the bottom. Alright, we will use the Thunderstone first because Pikachu's been waiting the longest. Let's go. Alright, Pikachu's a Raichu now. Awesome. And I will use the Firestone on Eevee like I mentioned. Yes, this is a controversial decision, but I'm doing it anyway. Boom, Flareon. Honestly, like, Flareon is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. Sure, it's slow and it's kind of frail defensively, but it has some good offensive stats. Like, just because its highest stat isn't fire type doesn't mean, or it's just because its highest stat isn't a special attack doesn't mean that its 95 and that stat isn't usable. Like, that's still better than most special attackers in the game. Okay, this is talking about all the like literally all the stat enhancing moves. Jeez. And you are talking about the exact same thing. Oh my god, literally could have talked about that myself. Okay, these are all of those items that I mentioned are useless. They boost the stat for the battle, and then these ones this one prevents stat reduction for 5 turns, and this one raises the critical hit ratio for the battle. Again, you're like, they're not that useful. You're usually, if you're gonna be using that, you'll have a Pokemon move, and then these will raise the stat of the Pokemon that it's, or this. Oh my god, it'll raise the stat that is mentioned, and will also give it EVs in that stat, which is a competitive term that I may or may not go over later. Maybe not during this Let's Play because there's pretty much no competitive use to the 3rd generation games at this point. They're pretty old thinking about it. Like, they're over 10 years old at this point, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think... Okay, so I know that in the original Pokemon games, if you give her a drink... by the way, these are all healing items that are, like, a better value than the, Oh, I guess you can give her a drink. I will give her fresh water. Wow. I guess I just never tried to give her drinks. Okay, so she gives us light screen. Safeguard. That prevents status. And I'm guessing the third one gives me reflect. Yes, yep, okay. So all those moves are pretty good for status Pokemon, but this girl is not nearly as helpful as she is now as she was in the original games. Like, she gave you TMs like Ice Beam in the original version, which now you have to wait a long time for that. I'm not going to really stock up on those items just because money isn't that big of an object for me right now. Well, it could be in the future, but that's beside the point. And I think we're done with the department store for now. What do you... Oh, I'm in your way. I got my coughing in Cinnabar. It's usually nice, but it breathes poison when it's angry. Jeez. We are so far away from that, like... Game Corner is bad for the city's image. Basically talking about how casinos are bad or whatever. They take such pride... Well, actually, yeah, because this pond is polluted. But, we'll get to that at a much later point. I blew it all in the slots. I knew I should have cashed my coins for prizes. We'll be getting to that in just a minute. What are you staring at? Get lost or I'll punch you. That is so rude. I am just a little kid. Just because you're a gangster doesn't mean you have to be... I guess it does mean you have to be rude. This guy has a gambling problem, so he's giving me his coin case, so that way I can have a gambling problem. There's a basement under the Game Corner, I hear. Stop spoiling everything for me. Jeez. That guy just tells me to go talk to the guy at the table. Oh, come on, I wanted food. Boo. That looks so delicious. Maybe I'm just kind of hungry. I don't know. And if we... I didn't mean to do that. Control stick is hard. This building, yep. Chief, we just shipped 2,000 more Pokemon and slot prices again today. I don't know why you said that to me. Like, don't touch the post at the Game Corner. There's no secret switch behind it. Jeez, Team Rocket just, like... They suck. Seriously. Team Rocket's the worst. Like, not even in, like, their bad people way. They are terrible at being bad people way. This is an actual hotel, which has literally no functionality other than being here. Because we can't get inside because it's full. But that's some kind of funny dialogue, actually. He's complaining about his girlfriend bringing her younger brother. I would be kind of annoyed, too, if I was trying to go on a romantic vacation with my girlfriend and she brought her sibling. But, whatever. There's a guy up here that I didn't talk to. Oh, what am I to do? Someone stole our Sylph Scope. The thief came running this way, I'm sure of it, but I lost sight of him. Where'd he go? I mean, it's probably one of the several Team Rocket members, just gonna guess. Like, that's not even like I'm trying to spoil things. It's pretty on the nose. There's nothing there. If we go down that way, we will get to the gym, which is just behind these buildings. Yep. Kind of funny story. I made it through the entirety of, like, all the way up until the Elite Four gate of my LeafGreen playthrough when I was younger without getting Erica's badge, because you don't need her badge to progress, technically. I don't believe. So, yeah, I made it all the way to the end of the Pokemon, or, like, almost all the way through the game without getting the, what is it, her badge, and basically swept her entire team with ridiculously leveled Pokemon. Yes, I need coins. Oh, I don't have enough money for a lot. Well, I'm gonna blow as much money as I can on coins for a reason I will be getting to in just a minute. I'm just gonna spam the A button, buy as many coins as I can. and waste all my money. All the money I've been diligently saving up for such a long time. It's all going directly for gambling. Kind of. Only a little bit. And that's as many as I can buy. Yep, I'm down to like $5 to my name. But if we pester some of these people, they will give us coins. Yay! Woo! Being annoying for coins. Also, if you search on the floor, you can get some free coins. I think you can get as much as like 150. Oh, this is the guy. You have better things to do, champ in the making. Celadon's gym leader is Erica. She's a user of grass-type Pokemon and at one with nature. She might appear docile because of her flower arranging, but she's not to be taken lightly. Yeah, even the freaking gym guy is addicted to gambling. I can see why the Game Corner has a bad reputation in the city. Oh, it's rumored that this place is run by Team Rocket. I never would have guessed by the Team Rocket NPCs that mentioned running the Game Corner. I'll quickly go over how this works. Basically, you want to find the one that is out of order and then go to the one next to it, because that one usually has better odds, I believe. And so you can put with the if you press down, you can wager up to 3 coins to get more options, and you press A to stop the slots. Oh my god, I almost got 7s on my first try. The way I like to do this, I just like to hit the button as fast as I can and just hope it gets me something like that. And usually I'll get like cherry or Pokeballs, which they basically net you a free spin. I'm getting really close to the 7s. Really close to the 7s. Yeah, like getting multiple cherries will kind of like reset the try you just get, and you get a slight net gain. So yeah, I will be doing a lot of this off screen again for a reason I'm going to mention in just a second. Ooh, nice. I'll leave it off on that. As you can see, it's pretty easy to get 2 7s on the board. It's just a matter of lining them up. But the timing is so like difficult that I don't even bother trying. I have zero hand-eye coordination, so it's not really for me. But if we come over here, I sure do fancy that Porygon, but it's hard to win at the slots. Yes, it is. Haha, I raked it in today. If only every day were like this. This is why you shouldn't gamble, kids. These people will exchange coins for prizes. He will give you some assorted items. Smoke Ball, you can use it to escape from battle. Miracle Seed, Charcoal, and Mystic Water. I'll boost the attack power of Grass-type moves, Fire-type moves, and Water-type moves, respectively. And I forget what the Yellow Flute does, but I think it does something. This person gives you Pokemon. Yay, more bios to go over. Here we go. First one we have, even though my cursor was on Pinsir, is Scyther, because I based what I'm saying off of Scyther about Pinsir, so shh. Anyway, Scyther is only available in Fire Red. It has the stats of a great, not special sweeper, physical sweeper, but it is let down by its typing and lack of strong stab moves besides Aerial Ace. It's also really annoying to obtain right now, and it doesn't get any better when it's available again. It also can't evolve until the post game, but since it is one of the very rare Pokemon that its evolution has has equal base stat to it, this isn't really a big issue. Its evolution Scizor is just tankier but slower, whereas Scyther is faster but more frail. Honestly, it's much better in later games, but in Generation 3, before it has good moves and a good ability, it's just kind of mediocre. The second Pokemon we have is Pinsir, which is available in LeafGreen only. Has the same problems as Scyther, including a lack of any stab, and it trades the speed that Scyther has for more defense. If it were bug fighting type, it'd be pretty good, thanks to all the fighting type moves it can learn, but it just ends up being kind of mediocre like Scyther. The third Pokemon we have is Dratini. Dratini is the only dragon type, and it is Kanto's pseudo-legendary Pokemon, meaning it evolves into a Pokemon with very, very high stats, on par with a legendary Pokemon. It has stats of an amazing bulky mix attacker when it's fully evolved, but it lacks it basically lacks good moves. It's a pain to obtain, an even bigger pain to raise up. It can be useful, you're just going to have to put a lot of effort into getting a Dragonite. And finally is Porygon, which is the only Pokemon on this list that is exclusive to the Game Corner. All 3 of the other Pokemon can be found at a later point. It would be an amazing tanky special attacker with an incredible move pool if it could evolve into Porygon 2 during the main game. Porygon 2 is such a good Pokemon, but unfortunately it's locked behind the Kanto stupid rule. So Porygon just ends up being a trophy for your ability to be good at the slots. So yeah, so that's all the Pokemon available here. And on this counter, we'll give you TMs. The TMs are Ice Beam, Iron Tail. I probably should have gone over. Ice Beam is your standard, like, it's the ice type equivalent of Thunderbolt. It's got pretty good power and has the ability to freeze Pokemon. Iron Tail is a very strong steel type attack, but it is fairly inaccurate. It's a good steel type attack if you don't have a better one. Thunderbolt, which we already have. Shadow Ball, which is a very strong ghost type attack. In this game, it's very weird that ghost types are a physical move, but Shadow Ball actually lowers special defense, which is kind of an error, I would guess, on Pokemon's part. And then finally, TM35, which has Flamethrower, which is the fire type equivalent of Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. And this is the move that I want to start saving up coins for, because it is perfect for Flareon, and I don't want to go most of the game without giving Flareon a good fire type attack. So, like I said, I'm going to try and make Flareon good and prove that it is a good Pokemon. Unfortunately, that means putting in a lot of work for it, which I'm willing to do. I probably will also grind up coins for Shadow Ball as well, because like I mentioned, Shadow Ball is it's a physical attack in this game, so you can make good use of it on physical attackers like Flareon. And since we have a lot of ghost types coming up, spoiler alert, it will be able to make good use of that. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it off here. By next episode, I will have Flareon at a higher level. It will know Flamethrower, maybe Shadow Ball, and all my team members will have nicknames. But until then, I forgot my intro. See you guys next time. Oh wait, outro. Help.